Well, we're looking for some revenge because when the Boston Red Sox came to Chicago, they swept us. Not tonight. First of three with the Boston Red Sox. And it begins now.
The following is a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. This is Major League Baseball on SMSN.
And good evening, everybody in the region, across the nation, around the world. We'll welcome you all inside the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network studios. And a big one, a big series coming up between two very hot teams. You got the Chicago White Sox, who stand in first place in the American League Central Division, which is crazy to think about, considering where the White Sox were the last 3 years. Then you got the Boston Red Sox, who have a miracle of their own going. They won, at once upon a time, they won 14 in a row. 14. And now they look to take care of the White Sox again in a 3-game series before we go home to face Cleveland. Now, you can tell this is a big series for us. The White Sox come into tonight 3 games in front of the Cleveland Guardians, and the Red Sox holding on to a wild card spot in the American League. This is going to be fun. This is really going to be fun. The Playmaker is with us. Gina is with us. Playmaker's preparing for his big return tomorrow, so hats off to you, my friend. If you haven't had a chance to check out the Playmakers blog on YouTube or everywhere else, I suggest you do. I suggest that you do so because it's full of great programs. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch of tonight's game. That all comes up after this on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. on YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, W-I-Z-E.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
If you're the kind of person that likes to drive a lot and your car is a little bit older and out of the normal warranty, keep listening. What's going on underneath the hood of your car? If your car is out of warranty, you're at risk of expensive repair bills. Now, for a couple of dollars a day, you can get an extended protection plan for your car. Hey, you love your car, so why not give it a little extra care and make sure if something goes wrong, your bank account is safe. Literally, for a couple of dollars a day, you can give yourself peace of mind that you purchased a top-tier vehicle repair coverage plan. Call the Auto Protection Network right now and ask how you could save an additional $500 on your policy.
Call 877-845-0463. Call now.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
At the Playmakers Network, sports are more than games. They're a community. From basketball and college football to professional wrestling and Rams football, our shows keep fans informed, entertained, and connected. Watch live, listen on your favorite podcast platform, and join the conversation. The Playmakers Network. Sports, community, conversation.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Welcome back to our broadcast tonight between the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. Want to thank you for joining us this evening. Gina has left her mark here. So has the Playmaker. And he says, have a wonderful call, my brother. He said, white versus red, gave me the throw up emoji. And then he backs it up with just playing, have a wonderful call, my brother, prepping for the big return tomorrow. Man, I love you, Playmaker, so very much, as well as the Ultimate Sports Network. Chicago Paul is with us, and I will have the White Sox for the remainder of the season. I decided, the heck with it. I am loving what I do again because I stepped away for about a month and a half to figure out if I really want to continue to do this. Ultimate Sports Network with the first bit of news that the Atlanta Falcons second-year linebacker Jalen Walker out for the season with a torn ACL suffered today. Here we go with our starting lineups. Chase Mydrop leads off at second base. Munetaka Murakami bats second at first. Miguel El Tigre Vargas bats third. And Randall Grichuk bats fourth in left. Colson Montgomery bats fifth. He's the DH. Joey Bart bats sixth. He's the catcher. Brenton Doyle bats seventh in center field. Brayton Montgomery bats eighth in right field. And Luis Angel Acuna bats ninth. He is the shortstop. Lefty Patrick Sandoval gets the call. Making his fifth start of the year, he's got 19 innings, a 3.32 ERA. He has walked 6, struck out 20. Opponent's OPS is 841 against him. The slider is his out pitch. The fastball is his opening pitch. Clark Goodlow with us from Sacramento, California. I think you gave me an idea, Clark Goodlow. Red Sox defense goes this way. Jaron Duran in left, Cedar Rafaela in center, William Abreu in right. Around the horn, third to first, Caleb Duran, Andrew Monastero, Nick Sogard, and Wilson Contreras. And the catcher is Cody Wong. He'll catch Sandoval. 87 degrees in Boston this evening. And the windup in the first pitch of the game is swung on and missed. And we're underway at 7:11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Glad to have you with us for this important 3-game series. Chase Mydrop hitting at 273, 9 homers. He's driven in 40. From the windup, here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup, and the count is 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. Just getting started in Boston. And we'll keep our eyes on Cleveland as well. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Mydrop is gone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And there is one out in the first. So with the one out, here is Munetaka Murakami. Brendan Miller is the man behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Here's Murakami hitting at 244. He had a great series in St. Petersburg. The pitch, a slider down low for ball 1. Murakami hitting at 244, 24 homers. He is driven in 51. Joe Adell is making his debut for Cleveland tonight. From the windup, here's the pitch. Swinging a foul at the plate. The count is even 1-1. The Hall of Fame game is Thursday, if I'm correct. And your starters will be Kenny Pickett for the Panthers and Carson Beck for the Cardinals. Will this lead to a starting job for Carson Beck? And I just might have to put the headset on for that. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a sinker. And it's tonight. Hall of Fame game is tonight. What? Joe Adell for the Cleveland Indians. I beg your pardon. And Adell is 1-for-1. Okay. I got it straight. The pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on a sweeper. Murakami knew it. Saying, what kind of filth was that? And there's 2 down in the inning. Now, one thing you don't want to do against a good team like the Red Sox is use up your challenges early. Here's Miguel El Tigre Vargas. He takes a curveball outside for ball 1. Mets up 3-0 on the Guardians. They're in the bottom of the second. Vargas at 237, 24 homers. He's driven in 66. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss in the 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, both on strikeouts here in the top of the first. Sandoval is ready. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch, a fastball outside, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 down, top of the first. Sandoval is ready, working third base side of the rubber. From the windup, the pitch on the way is a strike, and it's 1-2. It's 2-2. Ultimate Sports Network says he'll be putting on the headset himself for Thursday. Nice. Nice. Sandoval's wearing Dennis Eckersley's old number. And as I say that, we have a challenge, and it's confirmed. Just clip the bottom of the zone. Those challenges, I don't mind. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. From the windup, the 2-2 pitch is low, and the count's full 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top of the first. Randall Grichuk in the cleanup spot due next. Sandoval is ready. From the chest high windup, the payoff pitch, here she comes, is ball 4. Excuse me. So Vargas reaches on a 2-out walk, and here is Randall Grichuk, a great pickup for the White Sox. I haven't been really consistent with my channel for several months now, hopefully changing that this football season. I get it. I stepped away from play-by-play several times because I didn't know if I'd be able to do it. The pitch to Grichuk is low for ball 1. I didn't know if I would be able to do it and do it consistently. Grichuk at 259, 9 homers, he's driven in 24. And I have reasons for that. 1-0 the count. Sandoval sets at the belt. He kicks and deals. A slider down low, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 down here in the top of the first. And Grichuk is ready. So is Sandoval. The quick pitch is swung on and popped up into left. Coming over is Duran. He makes the catch. No, center fielder Rafaela makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's the White Sox, nothing, and the Red Sox coming to bat on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast, every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Nick Sogard will lead things off for the Boston Red Sox. David Martin making his 22nd start, 117 innings, 3.62 ERA. He's walked 35, struck out 106, and the first pitch to Nick Sogard is a strike, and the count is 0-1. Nick Sogard, we'll go through the Red Sox lineup in just a moment. The fastball is the front pitch. Next one, upstairs, counts even to 1-1. Nick Sogard at second, Cedar Rafaela in center, William Abreu in right, 4, 5, and 6, Wilson Contreras at first, Masataka Yoshida, the DH, Caleb Durbin at third base, Jaron Duran, and here's a swing and a fly ball into center field at the wall, and it's off the wall. Grichuk comes to retrieve it, pulling into second with a leadoff double is Nick Sogard. So our first hit of the game belongs to the Red Sox. Beg your pardon. So they too have a runner on, this time with nobody out. Again through the lineup, Nick Sogard, Cedar Rafaela, William Abreu, Wilson Contreras, Masataka Yoshida, Caleb Durbin, Jalen Duran, Andrew Monastero, and Connor Wong. That's your Red Sox lineup. I'm tuning in simultaneously to Pure Adrenaline Sports. Here's a bunt foul by Cedar Rafaela, and the count's 0-1. Rafaela at 289, 15 homers. He's driven in 57. Why am I tuning into the Mets game? Because they're playing Cleveland, and we need to stretch our lead, and Cleveland needs to lose. 0-1 the count. The kick and the pitch, it hit him. So now the Red Sox get the first two runners on, and that has been the problem for Davis Martin in his last two starts. And Bo Bichette just hit a home run, and the Mets lead Cleveland now 4-0. Meanwhile, we got a problem here. William Abreu up 248 average, 17 homers. He's driven in 54. We're in the bottom of the first. 2 on, nobody out. Martin's pitch, high, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Abreu swings and drives it to center, and caught by Doyle, Brenton Doyle. And the runners do not advance. Actually, this runner from second does advance, Nick Sogard. There's one out in the first. The double play is in order. Joey Bart catching tonight for the White Sox. And while I'm thinking about it, you know what, Ultimate Sports Network, you were right. Same here. I would get through a few games, then it's just a grind. I've had that, though, before myself. For me, I'll make a mistake, and I feel like it ruins the whole thing. That's the thing. One thing would get thrown off for me, and it would ruin my broadcast, and I would decide not to go on. Wilson Contreras is up. He takes one outside for ball 1. And I've stepped away from the WNBA, as I explained on Monday, because there's a lot of BS going on in that league, and it makes me unable to call the game fairly, even though I'm rooting for the Indiana Fever. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball, and the count is even at 1-1. Wilson Contreras hitting at 284, 23 homers. He's driven in 67. RBI leader in play tonight is Yordan Alvarez from the Houston Astros. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Wilson Contreras. Right-handed batter's box with a split-legged stance. Davis Martin shakes off a sign, now has one, but now time is called as Joey Bart will go out to talk to Davis Martin. So Martin and Bart have had their conference, and we're getting back to business. Contreras, right-handed batter's box. Martin comes set, and the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play, and the count is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the first, no score, runners at the corners. Contreras is ready, and so is Martin. A turn and throw to first, and Rafaela gets back. but Ultimate Sports Network, USN, I know definitely how you feel. 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul, we'll do it again. So I totally understand. The pitch on the way is swung on and fouled out of play to the right. We'll do it again. There's a lot, and I will tell you guys that there's a lot that I had to fight through mentally and emotionally. And not just the last 3 years either, just in the last 6 months. Because I concentrated on another metric and not the one in play. 1-2 to Contreras. On the way, a little looper in the left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Sogard scores, and it's 1-0 Boston. Rafaela stops at second. Because my mindset is want to be on the same level of perfection as like Kirk Herbstreit. You know, USN, I'll say it again. I understand because I want to be on the level of John Rooney and Wayne, not just John Rooney, but Wayne Larrabee and my hero, Jim Durham. Davis Martin's pitch, swinging a line drive in the right field. That's down for a base hit. Brayton Montgomery comes up with it, and the bases are now loaded, and the White Sox now really have a problem. But you know what I found, USN? Use your heroes to create your own identity. That's what I've learned to do. I lost how to do it, and then I've had to learn to do it again. And as I said, I'm talking about just in the past 6 months. I've had to learn to do it again. So now the White Sox have a mess. Bases loaded and 1 out. With runners in scoring position, his last 4 starts, Davis Martin allowing a .450 average. In his first 17 starts, they only averaged .208. Well, there's a mess here with a couple runners in scoring position. Here's the pitch, a cutter high for ball 1. Caleb Durbin at the plate, .243 average, 10 homers. He's driven in 45. Remember, this Red Sox team won 14 in a row at one point. Here's the pitch. That's a drive to left, and that's gone. Grand slam by Caleb Durbin makes it 5-0 Red Sox. The plan was to stop them from having a big inning, and they're having a big inning. Threw him a changeup, and Durbin did not miss it. And remember, there's only 1 out in the inning. So here's Jalen Duran. First pitch outside with a curveball, and it's ball 1. Yeah, write down your notes. Write down your notes. They come in handy so many times over. The pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's even 1-1. That's what I've had to get reorganized, USN. And I'm talking this out with everybody. This is one of those broadcasts. The 1-1 is a ball. And Bart says, I want to look at that. Boom! That's a strike. Good challenge by Joey Bart. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So I just don't have... One thing I've noticed I'm going to start doing this year, I'm going to start writing down notes and storylines I can refer to throughout the game. Here's the pitch. That is driven deep to right, and that baby is gone. back to back and belly to belly. And it's 6-0 Red Sox. 414 feet to right field. When you throw a lot of off-speed stuff, you're going to get killed. And they're getting killed right now. Ay, ay, ay. He waited on it, and he blasted it out of here. You know what, USN, I'll give you a piece of advice. What you can do is start your preparation early in the week. Here's a strike to Montestero, the 8th place hitter, and the count is 0-1. Montestero hitting at 259 on the year. The pitch, low and outside with a fastball, and the count's even 1-1. This has been the worst start in the last 5 for Davis Martin. Entering tonight, but here's the thing. He's only allowed 7 home runs. Tonight he's given up a pair. The pitch, blistered to third, fair ball. Vargas, the throw, not in time. And the inning continues. Infield hit for Montestero. And unless the Red Sox are around to do a double play, they're going to bat around. That was a great stop by El Tigre. Yes, I'll have to start my prep early because once we get full swing into football season, I will be covering 11 plus games a week. Well, if there's any way I can help you, let me know. Here's the pitch, a slider for a strike, and the count's 0-1. If you all like what you see and what you hear, please make a donation via Cash App to $Tallman Dr. K50, or you can hit us with a PayPal donation or a super chat. That's the word I was looking for. I will tell you this, USN. I was yawning like crazy before this game started. I was so tempted to just lay down for the night. The 0-2, swinging a ground ball to short. Second one, return to a double play. And finally, the inning is over. I'll talk more about that and let you all know my mindset after this. They get 6 on 6 hits, leave none. Everybody batted in the first inning. To the second, 6-0 Boston.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
We go to the top of the second, 6-0 in favor of the Boston Red Sox. 2 homers in the inning, including a grand slam. And the Red Sox send all 9 to the plate. They get 6. Don't leave anybody on base. Colson Montgomery begins the second by taking a sinker inside for ball 1. So Sandoval is getting early run support, which was the plan for Davis Martin, but you all saw what happened. From the chest high windup, the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul out of play, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, one strike, the count. Guardians are now within 4-1 with only one out at the bottom of the third. The pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into center field. Dropping in. Dropped by Rafaela. He had a glove on it, but couldn't come up with it. So Colson Montgomery is on with what I assume to be a base hit. I'd say, yeah, it dropped before Rafaela got a glove on it, so I would score that a hit. So the White Sox get their first hit of the game. And here's Joey Bart. The pitch, outside, ball one. Bart at 226, 4 homers, driven in 13. That's with Pittsburgh and Atlanta. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Montgomery at first, nobody out. The pitch. Swinging a foul to right and out of play, and the count's even 1-1. But yeah, if you're covering 11 games a week, one, make sure you get your rest. I have a rule that I do 1 game a day. So I may do only 7 games per week, pending the day. Here's a little looper on the infield and caught. Throw back to first, double play. What a play by Sandoval. And Montgomery is now erased. That MLB game I did a few nights ago was just so I can get my mic adjusted. Oh yeah, there's a lot of adjustments that happen throughout the course of a game. Ask me how I know that. So now 2 out, and here's Brenton Doyle hitting at 214. The pitch is a strike, and the count's on 1. This just may want to be maybe one of those throwaway games, and you don't want to have any of those. Doyle at 214, a home run. He's driven in 5. That was with Colorado. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss on a changeup, and the count's 0-2. So a 1-3 double play erases Montgomery. 0-2 the count to Doyle. The pitch outside. And the count's now 1-2. Beg your pardon. Sandoval's ready from the windup. 1-2 pitch, on and pop into center. Monastero's under it. He's got it. Rafaela makes the catch. Inning over. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left. At least the White Sox won't be no hit tonight. To the bottom of the second, they'll have the top of the order coming up. 6-0 Boston.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green. and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Welcome back. Brian Snow here with you on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Each team has now turned a double play, but that first inning may have put this game out of reach already. Nick Sogard begins the second by taking a fastball inside for ball one. Ultimate Sports Network says, I don't think people quite know or understand how many moving parts goes into making these lives happen. Notes and studying films and knowing players' numbers and graphics and more. You're right. A pitch swung on a miss and the count's even 1-1. The other thing is, USN, especially with the new era of simulcasting, you're basically, at least those of us who have a quote-unquote small following or are quote-unquote small timers are one-man gangs. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. A curve inside. Two balls and a strike. Davis Martin working exclusively from the stretch. Here she comes. A swing and a little looper headed to left center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. So Nick Sogard is 2 for 2, and here we go again. What I do is I try to keep my professionalism and not sound like a homer. And as I said earlier, call the game fairly. Right down the middle, even though I am cheering for a certain team in certain sports. Here's Cedar Rafaela, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Here she comes, a blister foul, first base side. And the count is 0-1. Rafaela was hit by a pitch and scored a run on that grand slam. Here's the 0-1, a swing and a pop-up on the infield. No, it's out to center. Brenton Doyle makes the catch. Beg your pardon. And there's one out in the second. Mic adjustments, storylines, covering the games itself, having to miss your favorite team's game, a good amount of studying. All that goes into play. Here's Willie Abreu, who flew out in the first inning. Here's the pitch, a cutter inside for ball one. For me, it's getting back into everything. It's getting back into it, which was so tough for me to do, especially after my cancer surgery. 1-0 the count. Martin from the stretch, the kick and the pitch, outside with a changeup, and it's 2-0. Abreu 0 for 1 on the night. Boston 5.5 games out in the East Division. The White Sox 3 games in front of the Guardians. The pitch, a swing and a foul, first base side. And the count is now 2-1. I'll have to change this setup just a bit. Can you all see the scoreboard on the right-hand side of the screen? If not, let me know and I'll change it. 3 games on the 29th. Which 3 games do you have? The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a pop foul, out of play, and the count is now even at 2-2. And you know, I may as well be just as open and honest as I can with you guys. While I'm doing this, I want to make this my career and, and take care of my family with this at the same time. Chad Tracy, the Red Sox interim manager, is 50-34. Here she comes. A curveball outside, and the count's full 3-2. I want to do it right. I want to do it fairly. I'm working on my dress code, which is having polos on, and that's inside. And here we go again with the first two Red Sox reaching. Well, this time it's with one out, or two of the first three Red Sox reaching. I beg your pardon. TCU versus North Carolina at noon, NC State, Virginia 3:30, and Memphis UNLV 10 o'clock. That's a good. The time you finish the UVA game and the time you do the UNLV game, that's a good time to get some rest. That is a good time to get some rest. Here is Wilson Contreras, who was 1 for 1 on the night. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the second, 6-0 Red Sox. Here's the pitch, a swing and a high, pop into center. Brenton Doyle is under it, right on the warning track. He makes the catch. There's 2 down in the inning, and both runners tag up. But Luisan Acuna says, I got Wilyer Abreu. Let's see if they take a look. Will Venables just standing there like a statue. He hasn't given the signal yet. They have given the signal. So they're going to challenge. They're going to challenge the play. The play that's being challenged right now is at second base. Oh, he got him. Abreu should be out. This should turn into a double play, and this should end the inning. Abreu was out, and the inning is over. They overturned the call. They overturned the call. USN and I will talk more broadcast stuff after this. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. To the top of the third, 6-0 Boston on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person? What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
We head to the top of the third, 6-0 in favor of the Red Sox. Brian Snow back here with you. And in my conversation with you, the fans, as Sandoval winds and delivers to Braden Montgomery, who chops it to Sandoval, got past him. Third baseman throws in time. What a play. What a play. 1 down in the third. Nick Solgaard with a great play. And that's on a fast runner in Braden Montgomery. One pitch, 1 out in the third. USN says I'll get to his comment in a minute. Here is Luis Acuna, the ninth place hitter. He takes a changeup outside for ball one. Also, one other thing people don't realize that goes into these streams is having to paint the picture and have it be a beautiful piece of art. Now, just a bunch of streaks, not just a bunch of streaks on a canvas. That's true. That pitch is low. It's 2-0 to Acuna. From someone, the Mets are up 5-1 on Cleveland. They're in the bottom of the fourth. From someone who has done it for 30 plus years, the pitch, low, 3-0. And USN is so right about that, about painting the picture in this new era of simulcast. Because I grew up in the old school era of simulcast, which of course is television and radio. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike, and the count's 3-1. I grew up in the era of Jim Durham and Johnny Kerr calling Bulls games. I would watch it on Sports Channel and then I'd listen to it on the radio from the days of WMAQ and WLUP. 3-1 the count. The line, the kick, and the pitch. Swinging the line, driving to right field. That's down for a base hit. Abreu picks it up, gets it back into the infield, and Luis Acuna has the Sox' second hit of the night. But yeah, as I said earlier, I want to make this my career. I want to grow organically. Consistency, I know, is going to help with that. But sometimes, and I'm going to reveal a secret I've been holding now, sometimes it seems to me that people can just jump on YouTube and do this and they gain support overnight. Here's Chase Mydroth, who takes a ball outside, a fastball, ball one. They just grow overnight, and I don't know how. I know I have to be patient. That's what made me enjoy this almost 31-year career. Mydroth 0 for 1 on the night. He struck out on 3 pitches. The pitch, a strike, and the count's even 1-1. Patience is, especially at my age, patience is, I know, going to be a virtue. I know it's going to be a virtue. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down, 1 on. Ace is wild right here. The pitch to Chase is upstairs. It's 2-1. But I wonder if you guys notice the same thing that I have, that people that don't cover games for a living, here's the 2-1 pitch, fastball outside, and it's 3-1. I want to know if you guys have noticed the same thing, that you see streamers come out of nowhere trying to imitate, and that's the best word I can come up with it, real play-by-play announcers, and they just go out of nowhere. A step off and a throw to first, and Acuna is back. Have you guys noticed this, or am I putting too much stock into it? I want to know from you guys honestly, because I'm trying to get rid of that. That's one of the other reasons why I stepped away for the longest time called by Mydroth. And it discouraged the daylights out of me. Period. It just discouraged the daylights out of me. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sandoval sets. The pitch on the way is ball 4. So Mydroth is on with a walk. Yeah, because I don't know. Sometimes. Oh, I just received some wonderful news about one of my children, and I'm going to cry because my daughter Cheyenne and her boyfriend are going to get married. Oh, wow. I'm going to cry. I'm going to try not to cry, but I'm going to cry. I got to send my daughter a note of congratulations. Here's a slider outside the Murakami for ball 1. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So y'all may see old Snowman put on a tuxedo. Wow. I'm so proud of those kids. The pitch on the way, outside, 2-0. My heroes are Tom Hamilton. You know what, USN? I absolutely love Tom Hamilton. I love Tom Hamilton. I do impressions of him all the time. Okay? I do impressions of him all the time. So I'm about to gain a son-in-law. I love it. 2-0 the count to Murakami. The 2-0 pitch, a swing and a foul out of play, and the count's 2-1. I will tell y'all right now, if you suddenly see me burst into tears, it's not tears of sadness, it's tears of joy. I'm going to look up the WNBA schedule, see when the Fever are playing next, and I'm going to try to do that one. And now the Guardians have gotten back into their game. The pitch on the way, strike call to the outside corner, and the count's even 2-2. Oh, that's just Tom Hamilton's signature call that he just put in the chat. Thank you, Clark Goodlow. Appreciate that. Oh, that one missed. And I'm trying not to. Oh, there's so much I'm redoing. Swing and a miss. Murakami's gone. 2 down in the inning. Murakami guessed wrong on the pitch. And there's 2 down in the inning. So a good threat by the White Sox. Shame you don't have Don here to banter with. As always, the Cubs will always be better than the White Sox. Cheering for the wrong Chicago team. No, I am not. No, I am not. I got to tell Zero the story about the Cub-pocalypse I experienced living in LaPorte, Indiana in 2016. Here is El Tigre, Miguel Vargas. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. But yeah, as I said earlier, why I do this, I want to support my family. Period, point blank, end of story. Will I be working soon? I hope so. To put some money on the books. The pitch on the way is a strike with a changeup, and the count's 0-2. Vargas walked in the first inning. He was the first White Sox runner. He's got 66 runs driven in. 67 may be on the base paths. 0-2 to Vargas. Here she comes. Outside with a changeup, and it's 1-2. I just found out my daughter's getting married. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry tears of joy for those two. And I've gotten to know her better half. Fine young man, Kai is. The pitch on the way. A tapper foul, first base side. Count stays where it is at 1-2. Lost my dad, divorced when I was 5, and lost my aunt to cancer when I was 8. So it was just kind of my escape. I get it. I get it, man. When I first started, I've got to tell you guys, when I first started, I really did not take this seriously. And then money came into play. 1-2 the count. The pitch on the way, a swing and a foul, will do it again. All I say to myself, and it's not a note of regret, it's a reminder to me to be consistent and keep going with this. Sometimes I think, what if I had taken YouTube seriously when I first started in 2010? But then again, I don't, because there was a lot that was going on personally with me. 1-2 to Vargas. The pitch. Strike 3 called, inning over. Right on the inside corner. And I think the White Sox are going to waste their second challenge. Cordell Montgomery's with us. I appreciate that. Yep, it's right on the corner. Inning over. Oh, boy. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. Going to talk more with the fans throughout tonight's game. Bottom of the third, I beg your pardon. 6-0 Red Sox on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Cordell Montgomery hanging out with us, and the Ultimate Sports Network says, I think my issue is that I press too much on being perfect, and that's why I mess up. USN, I get you. Oh, boy, do I get you. I have messed up so many times in 30 years, it's not even funny. Bottom of the third, and Yoshida starts the action. Here's the pitch outside, 2-0 to Yoshida. You know what, Zero? I'm going to say something blasphemous. I really haven't been impressed with Tariq Skubal. 2-0 the count. The pitch, swinging a pop-up. Off with the mask comes Joey Bart, but it is out of play, and it's 2-1. Mets still up 5-1 on the Cleveland Guardians. Davis Martin's still in there pitching. God bless him. Now it's just if he gets through 6, it'll be the White Sox offense that will have to come through. The 2-1 pitch outside with the sinker, 3-1. Because I thought they were going to move him after the first. You know what USN, especially doing games here in studio, how much pressure I put on myself? The pitch, strike called, and the count 3-2. I do it in the booth and I do it here in studio because, and I'm learning once again to stop doing that because you'll never have that perfect broadcast. Payoff pitch, swinging a little looper, headed to third and caught by Miguel El Tigre Vargas. What a catch! Hang a star on that one. One out in the third. I know this is a ways away considering the season hasn't started yet, but if you ever would want to cover the NFL draft together or something like that, I think that could be interesting. You're on. AB is here from Indianapolis, Indiana. Here is Durbin, and he slaps one pass first into right field for a base hit. Hit number 8 for the Boston Red Sox tonight. Yeah, but I'm not impressed with one Tariq Skubal. I don't think I ever have been. Matter of fact, I will go as far as to say Jacob Mizorowski from the Milwaukee Brewers is 10 times better than Tariq Skubal. Here's Duran, and he slaps one to second. 1-2, a double play, inning over. The third double play of the night. One in each inning for the White Sox. All right, offense, let's get the white. 6-0 Boston as we go to the fourth on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join Ryan.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Ryan Snow back here with you as we go to the top of the fourth. And I'm talking out a lot of stuff with the fans tonight, and you all seem to understand, and I appreciate it. Randall Grichuk will start the fourth against Sandoval, and the pitch on the way is outside, ball one. Ultimate Sports Network says, low-key, I'm kind of worried my thumbnail's missing headering considering it's a preseason game. Man, you got to put a heading on your thumbnails. If you'll allow me, as Grichuk slaps one to right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit up against the wall. Rafaela retrieves, and Grichuk will trot in the second with a leadoff double. But do you know what, USN, and to everybody that wants to get into this, do you know how much work I've had to put in and I've had to learn into doing my thumbnails? I must have gone through at least 50 versions before I found the one that is good for me now. Here's Colson Montgomery. He's 1 for 1. Sandoval's ready, and the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball into center. Rafaela is under it. He's got it. 1 down in the fourth. But yeah, I've had to go through many a thumbnail style. Joey Bart acquired from the Braves yesterday. He was second in the overall draft in 2018 with the Giants. And he has a better OPS against right-handed pitchers. Let's see what he does here. 8-year veteran. As Sandoval throws low, ball 1 with a changeup. I gotta fix the chat too. 1-0 the count. The kick and the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's even 1-1. And Joey Bart put some more stuff on his bat. And we're ready to go back to work. Joey Bart popped out in the second. 0 frauds don't hold a 3-game lead in their division. Meanwhile, you guys trail Milwaukee. That is all I'll say. And I know one of the pitchers from Milwaukee personally. Sandoval sets, looks at second, the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a sinker, and the count's 1-2. And Bart was trying to blast that one out of here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, one down. The pitch, swing and a miss. He's gone. 2 down in the inning. Now there's 2 outs. Well, you're hearing it, Zero. A division lead is a division lead. Quit crapping on my White Sox. Dang it. I can't cuss because I'm not in Discord. So with 2 out and Gritchick at second, here is Brenton Doyle, who was 0 for 1 on the night. Here she comes, swinging a foul off to the right, and the count's 0-1. Doyle flew out in the second inning, his first time up. He's sitting at 212. One out, 2 out in the fourth. Beg your pardon. The pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. I will say painting a beautiful canvas rather than one with a bunch of lines is more important. It is. When you do these games, it is. Here she comes, swinging a foul out of play to the right, and the count's 1-2. To the Ultimate Sports Network, do you just cover football and baseball? What else are you trying to cover? I do. Part of the reason I do this is my dad and my granddad. They got me into baseball. 1-2 the count. Sandoval's ready, and the pitch. Change up inside. And the count's 2-2. I may not be on tomorrow because I'm looking over here at my vertical side and it looks terrible. So I may work on that tomorrow. 2-2 the count. I'll look to second. The pitch. Swing a bouncing ball to short. Throw to first. Beat it out. He does. So now we'll have runners at the corners with 2 out. Football and baseball pending a lockout, and basketball, NCAA, NBA, and NCAA men's hopefully this year. Okay. I'm sort of in between when it comes to the NBA. I'm sort of in between because I got spoiled by players like Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan, Joe Dumars, Scottie Pippen. I got spoiled. Magic Johnson. I got spoiled. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1 with a changeup. I'll have a trivia question for y'all at the top of the 5th inning, plus a scoreboard update. Brayton Montgomery is 0 for 1. He grounded out in the third. Why do you think the NBA is the most difficult to cover, USN? 1 ball, no strikes to count. Brayton Montgomery 0 for 1. Runners at the corners. Sandoval's ready. The pitch. Upstairs with a fastball. And the count's even 1-1. I'm kind of in between when it comes to the NBA. And part of it is because of the some loss of love for the NBA. Basketball was the first sport I ever covered. Throw to first. Doyle is back. The speed is just so much ball movement. You got a point there, but you've got to practice that to follow the ball. 2-0 to Brayton Montgomery. Sandoval sets. And the pitch. Upstairs, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Brayton Montgomery with 2 out and runners at the corners. Here in the top of the 4th, and the Red Sox leading 6-0. Three-0 pitch. Is ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Here comes Luis Angel Acuna with a chance to get the Sox on the board. And it also prompts a visit to the mound. Sandoval has thrown 64 pitches to date, 16 here in the fourth inning. He threw 22 in the third. You know what also, and I'm going to tell you, Ultimate Sports Network, and to anybody that is listening that is getting into this, doing alternative play-by-play, one thing you have to watch out for, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, is fatigue. Fatigue has led to my inconsistency several times over, especially after surgery. Acuna 1 for 1 with a single in the third. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Acuna at the plate. Sandoval will work from the stretch. And the pitch. Inside, ball 1. I bet 90% of people have not much of an idea of all the in-depth informational broadcast phrases we are using. They don't. I can guarantee you they don't. Fatigue is a silent monster. The pitch. Blistered foul, first base side, and the count's even to 1-1. That's why I have a 1 game per day rule. So if I call only 7 games in a week, 1, I filled my maximum, and 2, I don't go overboard. On nights where I don't feel, I'm saying this to you, USN, and others who want to get into this from the bottom of my heart. If you don't feel it, don't do it. If you don't feel the energy coming into your game, don't do it. A ball, a strike, 2 down. Bases full of Sox. White Sox, that is. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul, third base side. And the count is 1-2. Let us know where you're listening from, and we will say hi to you. I kind of get away with it during NFL season because of the 2 teams I cover, which are the Colts and the 49ers. 1-2. The pitch. Low. They check it first. No swing. And the count's even at 2-2. That's my daughter Sonia you hear laughing, and I love that laugh. I do. I love that laugh. I love hearing people laugh. You know? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Acuna's ready, and so is Sandoval. From the stretch, the pitch on the way. Low and inside. Wow. Counts full now at 3-2. So the runners will get a head start from their respective bases. Grichuk at third, Brayton Montgomery at second. The pitch on the way. A swing and a bouncer foul, third base side. We'll do it again. This has been quite the battle. Sandoval's up to 70 pitches. Chase Mydroth, the leadoff hitter, due next. Mydroth 0 for 1 on the evening. You would love to have the lineup turnover right here. With a look to third, Sandoval comes set. The runners go. The pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball headed to the right side. Up with it, Duran. Throw to first in time. Inning over. And that was the best threat the White Sox had in this game tonight. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and the bases are left loaded. 4 hits for the White Sox, but no runs to show for it. To the bottom of the 4th, 6-0 Boston on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
To the bottom of the fourth we go. And acquired before the trade deadline, Joey Bart, Brenton Doyle, Huzakar Brazaban, and Luis Castillo. So we got a reliever, a starter, a catcher, and an outfielder. And for some reason, catcher has been the position that has snake bitten the White Sox. Davis Martin's still out there. The pitch to Mysterio is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Mysterio singled in the first, a part of that 6-run outburst. The pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's even 1-1. We just got to keep giving ourselves chances to be in the game. The pitch is low, and the count's 2-1. My own calls me Sports Knowledge Encyclopedia. Yeah, that's what my dad called me, and my friends called me the Almanac. Davis Martin has thrown 50 pitches. Most of them came in that first inning. Orioles lead the Angels 2-0. They're in the bottom of the seventh. Phillies lead the Nats 4-0, and that is grounded to short. Acuna up with it, tossed to first, in time, 1 down. What's going on, Pizzle? The man in charge of the Pain and Game Pick'ems, which you can hear on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network each and every week, is here with us tonight. They've gone to the 7th inning in Cleveland, and the Guardians trail 5-2. Here's Connor Wong, who grounded into a double play in the first. Sox have turned 3 double plays tonight. Here's the pitch. That is driven to left, but foul for strike 1. First episode is September 2nd. You all heard it. First episode of the new season of Pain and Game Pick'ems is September 2nd, and we'll have it live on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. I cannot wait. Those guys are crazy, and I love them all. 0-1 the count to Connor Wong. The pitch, a curveball outside, and the count's even 1-1. The pitch on the way, a strike, and the count is 1-2. It's tough doing radio style play-by-play. Don't let anybody tell you different. If you want to get into this, you got to really, really work at it. Even a veteran like me. Here's a slow I'm sorry, everybody. I do not know what happened. I don't know why my internet went out. But it did. And now I've lost my feed. You know, it's and Ultimate Sports Network, I know you can understand it. A Pizzle, I know you can understand it. But this is the stuff I hate. Flowing along fine, and then all of a sudden, poof, I lose everything. This is what makes me so angry. And I'm trying to get my feed back so I can finish calling this game. I'm sorry, you guys. I do not have my feed in front of me. And I'm so mad right now that I want to scream and I want to yell and I want to cuss, but I'm not going to do that because you all deserve the utmost respect. I've had this happen to me, which has made me quit streams. I've had, we deal with it at some point. I know USN, I know. But I hate dealing with it. I absolutely hate dealing with it. This is not what I wanted for you guys. Not at all. And again, I apologize so much. I don't have my feed in front of me. So I'm trying to get something where I can... I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to have to stop the stream. I'm going to have to stop the broadcast. Well, at least that gives me a chance to work on the vertical side of everything. No, I don't. I got the feedback. No, I don't. Okay, let me catch everybody up. Because the White Sox have 2 runners on the corners in the top of the 5th inning. So we got Murakami on at first and Maydroth at third, and here's El Tigre, Miguel Vargas. So we're back in business. I'm sorry about that. My internet went out, and I was close to pushing the button to end it. The pitch to Vargas. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Only 2 pages of notes. USN, do you know how many notebooks I keep here in the house? It's to the point where my wife has banned me from getting more notebooks from Walmart or something. The 0-1 to Vargas, swinging a high fly ball into deep left field. Back goes Duran at the wall. He's going to make the catch. 1 out in the 5th. Maydroth scores, and it's 6-1. Sacrifice fly for Vargas. RBI number 67 for him. And it's 5-1. I thought he croaked it out of here. I thought he really croaked it. Oh, here's Randall Grichuk in the cleanup spot. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch. Sinker for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Which game are you working on, USN? Are you working on the Hall of Fame game? 0-1 the count to Gritchick. The pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Greg Weissert warming up in the Red Sox bullpen. 6-1 our score here in the top of the 5th. The pitch. Swing a ground ball to short. Second one. Return. Double play. Inning over. So the White Sox get 1 on 2 hits. And this inning has come to an end, as so as my feed has gone out again. My feed has gone out again. You know what? I think I'm just going to call it here, folks. I am so sorry, but this is the second time I've lost my feed tonight. And I'm trying to get another one, and from the looks of it, it's not going to happen. So I am going to call it right here. And I am so sorry. But I'll work on the vertical side of the stream. I'll work on some other things. And I ain't giving this up. I'll be back with y'all tomorrow. All right? Thanks for being patient with me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night.